ASX-listed gold and copper developer Medallion Metals has had a very busy start to the year at their flagship Ravensthorpe Gold Project in WA, announcing an increased ore reserve and further extensions to the deposit. This comes hot on the heels of a pre-feasibility study that was announced late last year, basically confirmed the technical and commercial viability of the project. Today, I'm joined by Medallion's Managing Director, Paul Bennett, who's going to discuss the significant progress that's been made at the project. Paul, how are you?
Well, Danica, good to be able to catch up and provide the update.
Absolutely. So firstly, great news on the increased ore reserves at the Cundip Mining Centre within the Ravensthorpe Gold Project. Exactly how much did the reserves grow and what's the significance of this?
The reserves now stand at 610,000 ounces of gold, so up from 270,000 ounces. That's a 340,000 ounce increase. For the copper element, up until this point, Medallion has an estimated copper in reserve. So that 20,000 tonnes of copper metal is all new growth. In terms of significance, in terms of importance, this is all really about confidence. The reserves are derived exclusively from indicated mineral resources. That metal has now been through a certain amount of rigour. We know it stands up to realistic modifying factors that have been applied. So that's really important for investors. The equity market, obviously really important audience, but the Ravensthorpe Gold Project now, I think it's at a point in terms of being de-risked where we can consider accessing other forms of finance to fund our growth. So the completion of the PFS and now the declaration of reserves is really important in terms of de-risking milestone to help us do that.
Absolutely. So in terms of growth, you recently announced a step-out hole at the GEM deposit, which pointed to an extension of the mineralised system and, importantly, expected resource growth. Can you go into a bit more detail on this?
Yeah, sure. So the intersection that we reported was 8 metres at 2.7 grams, and there was another 2 metres at 3.4 grams from over 450 metres down hole. So look, not the most eye-catching grades, but very important, very positive result from our point of view nonetheless. This hole was an extension of a historic hole from the hanging wall of one deposit to target another. So the team was constrained in some senses in terms of how they orientated the drilling. Notwithstanding, we're confident we've hit the extremities or tagged the extremities of an extension to the GEM deposit. That's over 140 metres down plunge from the nearest drill hole. We'll definitely do some follow-up drilling to the west of that intercept into what we believe is the high-grade plunge orientation of the deposit there. And if we're successful, then that's likely to lead to a material upgrade in the mineral resources in that part of the deposit at Cundip. And I think that will, I'm pretty confident that that will then lead to a significant mine life extension in that part of the mine also.
There's been a lot of talk about the positive outlook for gold in 2024. What is it that you think sets the Ravensthorpe Gold Project and Medallion Metals apart as an investment opportunity in this environment?
Yeah, I agree. The outlook is, and the commentary is really bullish in 2024 for gold. However, at the same time, I think sometimes the outlook for the commodity and then the underlying equities can sometimes get disconnected. I say to my presentations often that junior gold equities have been a really tough space for a while now, even though we're seeing record $8 gold prices. So while the commentary is really positive, we haven't seen the funds flow into our end of the sector just yet. But I think Medallion is extremely well placed to catch a rebound in sentiment when it comes. It's that 1.3 million ounces of gold in resource. We've got that significant copper credit. Deposits open. It's shallowly drilled. Reserves are sitting at 600,000 ounces. Permits advanced. Great regional discovery potential, and it's all located in WA. There just aren't that many of these opportunities around in Western Australia at the moment. Given the work that we've done, I think it's increasingly likely that this project gets built. The question really is by whom and under what circumstances. It's really got all the right ingredients.
Certainly ticking a lot of boxes as a unique gold development opportunity, as you said, smack bang in the middle of WA, tier 1 mining jurisdiction. I guess to wrap up with, what are the key upcoming catalysts that investors should be looking forward to?
Yeah, we've got just over 4 million in cash and receivables available to us to fund the business this year. So it's a good position to be in. No imminent equity raisings coming. In addition, we're working on those alternative funding solutions that I was mentioning before that will allow us to accelerate the level of activity and that process is significantly advanced. But the additional cash that we've got, that can continue to de-risk the project with relatively low levels of spend. So that work's ongoing. We've also been fortunate to have a new exploration manager join us in the second half of 2023, really high caliber placement. That person's review of the data is complete now, and he's banging the table to test some of those higher priority targets. So we'll look to do that in the short term. This won't be resource extensional drilling at Kundup itself, but earlier stage, potentially high impact regional targets, which we're confident will just demonstrate the prospectivity of the ground holding across the Annabelle Volcanics.
It sounds like you're going to continue to be busy throughout 2024. And very exciting times, and look forward to following your progress as you charge ahead, making significant progress. Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Annika.